Coming to you from the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. This is About Last Fight, a Fanatics and UFC original production. I'm Dan Hellie and McKenzie Pavacich, Michael Bisping here. We're going to go through everything that went down on Saturday night. So obviously, we have to address the elephant in the room. A little bit of a buzzkill tonight with the way that the main event ended, right? With that eye poke and Tom Aspinall not being able to go, Cyril Gane looking pretty good. I mean, this looked like a fight that could actually go a couple of rounds, which we haven't seen before.
And that's what makes it so frustrating, because it was shaping out to be a tremendous fight. I mean, they went straight to action. A lot of people expected Cyril Gane to be light on his feet and dancing around and kind of avoiding the fight because of the grappling. But he was happy to stand and trade and go toe-to-toe. These two were exchanging blows. Cyril stopped the one and only takedown attempt as well. And it was turning into a real competitive fight. We could see the damage on Tom's face. And then, of course, there was an accidental eye poke, and it was accidental. Cyril didn't do it on purpose. These things do happen in a mixed martial arts fight, and it's just so damn frustrating. I mean, and you can clearly see that Tom was emotional afterwards. I don't blame him, but yeah, I mean, what do you say? I mean,
a year and a half away to come back, both men looking in great shape, like it could have possibly been the best form we had seen both of them in, and now they're fighting each other. But as a champion, what do you have to do now to make sure that this does not affect you past this day?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tom's been through a whole saga. He became the champion, with the interim champion, then he had to wait around, then he had to defend that, then he gets promoted to be an undisputed champ. There's going to be a lot of noise online. What he's going to do is trying to avoid all of that. I was just looking a moment ago on social media. People are already saying all kinds of things. They're saying that he was avoiding the fight. Oh, the first fight that he had where he saw a bit of adversity, where he couldn't take it down, where he was destined to go into the second round, and he quit. Okay, he's going to ignore all of those things. Of course, there's going to be talk about he was never the real champ. It was John Jones and all this kind of thing. Trust me, the MMA fans are tremendous, but there is also a very toxic sector as well. They're going to come after Tom. They're going to talk a lot of trash. Obviously, he was frustrated on the microphone and kind of had a go at the crowd. He was just super emotional. You go through a training camp. This is a huge moment for him. And then it ends like that. He's just frustrated at the situation, just like the fans were. But for Tom right now, I mean, listen, they got to run this fight back. They got to run it back pretty soon, I would say.
Yeah, how soon? Like, when do you run it back? Could you run it back at MSG in a few weeks? You run it back in December?
Well, they're heavyweights, so they don't have to make weight. Okay, they don't have to structure a camp around making weight. So that's technically they could do this next week. Neither man has got any damage. I mean, Tom, I think he had his nose busted. You could put him on MSG. You could put him on the end of the year show in December, or you could put him on the first fight of the year on the new Paramount deal in January. So there's lots of options. I was a little surprised that Cyril Gane didn't make some more noise and say, listen, let's run this back straight away. Let's get right to it. I mean, obviously Tom's got a lot of emotions to deal with because he was annoyed and frustrated at the eye poke. I get that. But for Cyril, he should have spoke up and said, listen, I'm very sorry. He did say that. Say, I'm very sorry, but let's run it back. You're going to be fine in a week or so.
Yeah, I also think, too, when things like this happen, we forget that, like, of course, it's frustrating for Tom, right? He's in great shape. He's finally back in the octagon. But Cyril also went through a camp and put a lot of, sacrifice to get here. He's been in Abu Dhabi for weeks at a time. He's been away from his family. He really isolated himself for this one so that he could be fully focused on this. And it's like, can you emulate that every time? Can you do that every single time and still be as locked in? Like, I imagine it's just as frustrating for him. And I think, some of the narratives might also be attacking Cyril a bit, but it's just frustrating for everyone.
Yeah.
Us included, fans included.
Well, you saw the emotion of Cyril as he dropped to his knees in the octagon. It was an emotional moment for him. He was obviously feeling really good about how that first round was coming to a close. The first 4 minutes of that first round, Cyril looked good.
Yeah, and to your point, Mackenzie, training for a world title fight of this magnitude is not an easy thing, and it does take up your entire life. There is no distractions. You make so many sacrifices. So that's why I think they should run it back sooner rather than later, because the longer it goes, the more all that hard work starts to drift away. The supreme condition that they have now doesn't last forever. That's why you do a training camp and you try and peak at the correct time. So if they run it back kind of quickly, they can take some of that hard work and parlay it into the fight. If they do it in 3, 4, 5 months, they're going to have to go through that process all over again.
Find the motivation again, too.
Yeah. I mean, becoming the champion of the world it should be enough motivation. Defending the belt should be enough motivation. I mean, obviously these guys know each other a little bit now. They almost went an entire round. It was very, very competitive. I mean, I think Cyril surprised Tom a little bit. I want to see it again. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see it run back ASAP.
Yeah.
Well, I think people will be really excited to see it again. And you're talking about champions. We did have a champion crown tonight in Mackenzie Dern. Long time coming for her. We got a chance to chat with her and her daughter, but a pretty amazing moment for one of the more popular fighters.
I was going to say you got to love this moment for her, but I'm actually going to let you talk about it first, Michael, because you know Mackenzie quite well. You share a coach, Jason Perillo. An amazing moment for him as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Jason's produced many champions, BJ Penn, myself, Chris Cyborg, Mackenzie Dern. I mean, there's probably a few that I'm forgetting as well. He's an incredible coach. And yes, he's very good at showing you techniques and how to become a better boxer. But Jason's real strengths are harnessing your mind and the emotions of a fight, because he's been there, he's been through it. He was a very good undefeated professional boxer before losing his, detaching a retina. So that's the best part about Jason, coaching you and guiding you through this journey. It is a very incredibly tough emotional battle, not just physically in the cage. It's what you go through mentally, all the doubts that you have. Jason's tremendous at that. So a huge moment for the entire gym and for all involved. But for Mackenzie Dern, I mean, when we spoke to her, we talked about it. There was a lot of hype around her when she signed with the UFC. People were calling her the new Ronda Rousey of the UFC. You know, she's had some ups and downs. She lost some fights along the way, but she was always entertaining. She was always making improvements. The hands were always catching up with the jiu-jitsu. And then tonight, after 16 fights in the UFC, to finally get it done and walk away as the champion of the world with your daughter, having that belt around your waist. I mean, it really is a fairy tale.
Yeah, with your daughter in the cage. And she talked about how important that was to her family and how nice it was to have your coach and her current coach, Jason Perillo, in her corner. Here's Mackenzie Dern. 16 fights to get to this point, and now you're wearing the belt. What does it feel like, champ?
Feels amazing, you know. It's kind of like still surreal, but just having my daughter there, and you know, I was going into this like knowing my coach. I have a good team behind me. I really wanted it. You know, I think that's kind of what it came down to, who wanted it more. I knew that she had the takedowns, you know, but I was confident with my grappling. So yeah, it's I'm happy. I think we did what I said we were going to do. We showed a well-rounded MMA match, cage work, takedowns, striking, you know, and I think that's what got this belt.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Unbelievable achievement and a hard-fought victory. See a little bit of damage on your face. Was there anything about the fight that surprised you?
No, I mean, nothing surprised me. I think just the biggest thing that surprised me was just myself, you know, like I still wanted to do better, you know, but I'm
natural.
Yeah, I'm always like, I could be like so happy I got this belt, but it's like, I still want to get better, you know what I mean? And better and knockout and submissions and all that stuff. So just working to get better and push yourself more. And I know I have a big target on my back now.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. And as the champion, probably going to be signing a lot of autographs when you get home. And I know that your biggest source of motivation is sitting right here with us. Moa, thank you for joining us. But I'm curious to know, and our fans at Fanatics also want to know, if there was an athlete, anyone in the world, that you could stop and ask for an autograph, who would it be?
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Why Michael Jordan?
His documentary, The Last Dance, just how much I think what he represents. I like his style, just his motivation, just his story. You know, I think it's a great story, and I really admire like all his work and everything he's done.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a pretty good story yourself. I mean, a lifelong martial artist. Obviously, you dominated the jiu-jitsu world. You always had a big reputation. There was a lot of hype around you. But now, as Dan said, after 16 fights, you are now finally the UFC champion of the world. How does that feel?
And it's history. I mean, it's history. I think, you know, no one will be able to take this away from me, you know? So I like really solidified my name in the sport. And I mean, the sky's the limit. So yeah, but I'm just happy to be part of history now and part of MMA is still really new. You know, I think the first UFC was when I was born, 1993. So it's like 32 years, the sport, you know, and to be part of this and the future generations, I hope I inspire, you know, women and fighters.
And nobody knows better than this guy. You're a champ for life now. Everybody's always going to call you champ. But as you alluded to, you do now have a target on your back. Who do you want to face next?
I mean, I would like to fight Tatiana Suarez. That's a fight that I think I've always been interested in, just because, I mean, Vienna's the only grappler I've ever fought, you know? We fought 5 years ago. Since then, there's strikers, Marina, you know, and all these strikers. Now again, Vienna. So I would like to kind of get myself more, testing myself with grapplers, you know, and I think that wrestling, I wanted to fight Carla Esparza when she was still active, you know, so I think if Tatiana could get one more win, we could fight.
Champ, you're saying it all wrong. You're not fighting somebody next. You are defending your belt going forward. There's a big difference there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get used to that. You got to get used to everyone calling you champ now as well.
Yeah, no, I need to get the lingo now as a champion, so getting used to it. But, and of course, I mean, we never know, depending on how Valentina and Weili, how that fight goes, if Weili will come back down, or I don't know if they'll do like a trilogy. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it could be Weili next, or yeah, I think Tatiana will be a good fighter. Maybe I get some of my rematches back through, you know, I'm Amanda Rivas, Vienna, who knows who's the next one.
Moa, does she speak English?
Yep.
Can I ask you a question? How does it feel with your mummy sitting there with the belt on, being champion of the world?
Great.
Pretty great.
How cool is she though? Like, is she just the coolest mom that also has the coolest job?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so inspirational. I think you're like so lucky that you get to just wake up every day and spend all of your time with her. Best role model there is right there. She's your mom. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
She goes to the playgrounds, and she was at the hotel and here, and she was telling the kids, like, you know, my mom's a UFC fighter. You know? And they're like,
you know, my mom's a UFC champion.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, she said the belt was really heavy. She put it on her shoulder. She's like, this is so heavy.
Yes.
She asked me if it's real gold, you know.
That was such a cool moment in the Octagon to see that. And there's so many people along for this ride with you. You got Moa, you have Jason, you have your dad. You know, what is that like to get this crowning achievement now after all those accomplishments in the jiu-jitsu world?
Yeah, it's I mean, the jiu-jitsu world is like, we're a tight community, you know what I mean, and a big family. But yeah, I mean, the UFC is like more than 40 million followers, and it's just, there's so many different martial arts, so many different worlds behind it. Kickboxing worlds, we see like champions like Joanna and Weili, and then you see the Khabibs that are just like wrestlers. So it's really amazing to be able to see how my jiu-jitsu got me this far. I think I was able to let my hands loose because I was okay if I fell on the ground and felt like I'd be okay, like comfortable. So that jiu-jitsu was what helped me, and I think that's kind of what got Vienna so far, is the girls being scared of her ground game, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy. The first UFC was Royce Gracie, and I think I'm able to represent my sport, my martial art, the best way possible, being the champ. And yeah, it's really great.
You've alluded to this week how, you know, you're glad that now and this version of you is the chance to become champion, and you've had to overcome so much. So when you think back to the Mackenzies that probably maybe once in your career wanted to quit, if you could go back to that Mackenzie and say something now, what would it be?
Oh man, I mean, I think just you know, reminding yourself that, like, with the hardships, you know, you have to just keep finding the light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean, and just trying to take the best out of even the bad moments, you know. I think even in this fight, you know, I was passing a little bit of adversity, and Gorilla's like keeping me in there. Like the first round already didn't go as much as the way I explained. I mean, I'm in the back and I'm like warming up and I'm just on point, you know, and then you go out there and then you're not as on point as what you were like 5 minutes ago, you know, and you're like, man, coach, it's not going how we wanted, you know, and he's just bringing you in there and he's like, man, we have 4 more rounds to do this, you know what I mean? And you just like really bring it in, you know. You could just give up. People give up all the time, you know? And I don't understand how they can give up, you know, because it's like we really do have so much strength inside of ourselves, you know? It's like I went through a pregnancy where everyone's like, you're never going to come back, because it's like 9 months out, you're seeing all these girls like pass you and do these amazing careers. And then, you know, coming back from a pregnancy, it's like breastfeeding and, you know, your body and getting back into shape and just like building and building and building and building. The first time I fought Vienna, I was like the skinny little like recent like new mom, you know, mom body, and just kind of getting back into it. And it's like 5 years later now, I've just built muscle and trying to get better and better and better. And yeah, you got to just each day, one day at a time, just like my fight, like 1 round at a time. Win this round, win the next round, win the next round. And so do what you got to do to get through.
That hard work has earned you 2 of the best trophies and gifts that life can give you, I think, right?
Exactly. No, this wouldn't be possible without this right here, you know? So, like I always say, like, if I didn't have her, I'd probably be partying and just be like, you know, enjoying the fame. I mean, I was in the UFC, the debut in UFC, and people are like, oh, you're the next Ronda Rousey. I'm like, man, you're like, they're putting all this attention on me, and I didn't even like to get punched in the face yet, you know? Now I love it.
Well, you've got a black eye, which isn't too bad. You just, you know, a few days, a week or so, that's going to be gone. So when do you think you want to get back in here and have your first title defense?
I mean, who doesn't want to be on the White House card, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So definitely maybe like June. What are we, October right now? So June, or I mean...
June's my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it
Now
June
she said
14th
something.
by any chance?
No.
June what?
June 9.
Ah,
June
okay, the
9th.
week
Week
before.
before.
All
Gemini.
right.
I have a Gemini right
I'm a
there.
Gemini too.
Yeah, me too.
We're the
Wow, we got
best.
a lot of Geminis in here.
Gosh,
Sweet.
Yeah. And I'm an Aries, so Geminis and Aries, they're good. They're good friends,
Yeah.
compatible as friends.
Love it.
So I understand it. But yeah, no, I would definitely like to be on the White House card. But yeah, whenever, you know, just I'll be back in the gym soon, like maybe 2 weeks.
You got to plant your flag in the ground for that White House card right now. That would be amazing to see.
Yeah.
And I know working mothers all over the land, very happy for you tonight. Not just a working mom, but a champion as well. Congratulations, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And new strawweight champion Mackenzie Dern celebrate her victory at UFC 321 by heading to UFC store for her new winner tee. Lots to think about, guys, in the strawweight division. I mean, when you have a champion vacate and then a fight like this one, a really great fight to kind of mark a new chapter of this division, what makes the most sense for Mackenzie? She touched on it a little bit, but what would you like to see?
Yeah, I mean, she mentioned Tatiana Suarez, and I really respect her for saying that because that's a tough matchup stylistically, but a very curious and intriguing matchup. Obviously, Tatiana's got a tremendous Olympic-level wrestling base, and Mackenzie Dern has the jiu-jitsu. Other than Zhang Wei Li, Tatiana Suarez has been so dominant. So it's a really good shout-out. It's not an easy fight. It's a stylistic clash. Yeah, I'm very curious to see that, but I respect Mackenzie for straight away saying, hey, give me the toughest lady in the division, because I do think that person is Tatiana Suarez.
Yeah, that's
She
a good
does.
point.
She does seem to be clearly the next one up, right? That earns or deserves a shot for the title. The question now, I guess, when we're talking about Umar Nurmagomedov, is he the next man up after that Petr Yan and Merab fight? Did he do enough? He won 30-27 on all the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen. Who else is there? Merab's kind of lapping the division right now. He's going to fight Petr Yan. If we just assume, there's a very good chance it's going to be him. I mean, who else is it going to be? You know, he's just beating Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah.
He's beating Sean O'Malley twice. He's beating everybody. There's talks of maybe, he could maybe fight Pantoja if he was to come up. Pantoja doesn't want to do that. He could maybe go up to 145 and challenge Volk. That'd be a super fight. But I think Merab wants to stay at 135. And I think he would be happy to take on Umar Nurmagomedov again. I think he's just that confident in his skill set. He beat him soundly last time. I think he'd be very, very happy to do it again.
A man not afraid of rematches as Merab. I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of been the gist of his career lately. And I appreciate that he doesn't shy away from a challenge, whether or not it's a rematch or someone new. But I also appreciated, which we'll get to in a second, but Umar admitting, like, I was a little emotional heading into that title fight, and I learned so much from it. And we saw it tonight with the confidence and the dominance that he showed in the Octagon.
Well, it's the emotions that are everything.
Yeah.
Because fighters, we're all very physical. We can all do this. We can all run. We can all lift weights, and we can all learn jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. But it's what goes on between your ears that is the most important. That's what separates contenders from champions. It's as simple as that. How you deal with the pressure on the day of the fight. How you deal with walking in there in front of 20,000 people. I used to train in gyms all over the world, and I'd train with people, and the guy's world class. And I'm thinking, wow, this guy's incredible. And I ask about him, and he's got a terrible record because on the day they can't put it together. The pressure gets the best of them. And Umar Nurmagomedov mentioned, you know, world title fight, undefeated, you know, a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and he couldn't get it together. Of course, tonight after the fight that he won, And it was a great performance. He wasn't happy with it, though. He still felt that he made a lot of mistakes. And that's what you want to see. Last thing you want to see is someone sitting there going, yeah, I'm really happy with my performance. That was great. That was perfect. No, you always strive to get better. That's his mentality. That's the mentality of the entire gym and Khabib Nurmagomedov. And I'm very curious to see if he does go up against Merab, what he will do different that time.
Well, he was very open and honest when he sat down with us a few moments ago. Umar, 30-27 on all 3 scorecards. How did you feel about your performance tonight?
Amazing, but I have space to grow up a lot. If we remember how Khabib, and I try always do like him, be like him, but it's very hard. It seems like it's impossible, you know.
Well, you got the job done. You won the fight. It was a 30-27. I can see you're still a little bit out of breath, but that's because you left it all inside the octagon. Tremendous performance, beautiful wrestling. I got to ask, what was going through your mind when he catches you with the knee in the second round and he drops you? What were you thinking?
I was even not think he will do it, you know, because I know I will turn off. Like, no, у меня очень хорошая растяжка, как сказать.
I'm very stretchy. I
Yes,
stretch.
I'm very stretchy. I know my body, and I was not even careful about it.
You weren't wobbled? You
Nothing.
weren't rocked or anything?
Yes, I know. I will turn. I mean, because I feel it. He try, but I feel my body. Even in gym, nobody do it. You know, I always like
Sure.
snake.
Oh, you're talking about the toe hold.
Yes, yes.
I'm talking
No,
about
про
the knee.
колено, про колено. Когда у тебя колено поймал.
Он меня поймал. I even not understand.
It's okay.
Like I come up, okay, we keep fighting. Like it was like this.
Yeah, sure. Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just how in the training you miss some punch.
Yeah,
Same. It was
it
not too
happens.
hard.
Okay.
You said that, you know, you thought of Khabib and you want to be like him. And you said, but that's impossible. So how is the motivation to emulate his legacy and to catch up with him? Or is it just to be a fraction?
It's a very big motivation, you know, because someone said if somebody do something, for example, some run record, other men can do it too. If one of somebody can, you can repeat. And that's why I try. It's very big motivate for me. And about my mistake, how I go like how I eat knee. In the training, always Khabib said, don't go down. Today, I pay for that.
What did he say when you got back to the corner after that?
We didn't talk.
He didn't talk about it.
He's like, brother, my
Yeah.
God, what are you doing?
We're gonna talk later.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an analytic, but
Will he talk or will he shout?
Он будет кричать, или он будет просто говорить?
no, he will talk. He not.
Oh, yeah.
He not shout.
I feel like the shouting's only in the corner.
No, I know.
The footage that we see.
Yeah,
So-
How would you rate your performance? Are you happy with it? Is that the fight that's going to get you a rematch with Merab?
To be honest, I'm not happy. I have to do better. Really, I have to choke him. I choke a lot of guys. I can choke a lot of guys on the same position in the gym. But here, I have to grow up. I have to become better.
Do you have a preference? You obviously gave Merab a competitive fight. You were hurt in that fight. Do you have a preference as to facing Merab or Piotr Jan?
I just beginning. Like how I see today in the cage, I understand it. I'm not. Of course, I want only these guys with these my division guys. I'm on the top, but how I can do, I know, and I can't show it. It means I have to work more, right? I feel today I'm like amateur. You know, I can't eat like that. I have to choke. I have to finish. I have to maul, but still can't. That's why I don't think about these guys. I'm not compare with them. I have to compare with myself, and I see, like, if I wanna be hundreds, right now I'm just 30 level. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy because in the UFC or mixed martial arts, you know, you've had 16 fights, you're at the top of the game, you know, maybe you fight for the title again next time, but still it's only 16 fights. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things. So I understand what you're saying, and I think it's very commendable that you're being critical of your own performance because that's how you get better and that's how you improve. But it was still a tremendous performance. It was a great display of mixed martial arts. You didn't look like a beginner, my friend. I got to ask about Piotr Jan. I know you guys are beefing a little bit on Twitter. What's going on with this guy?
Our trash talk, it's just about MMA, you know. In the personal life, like outside the game, we're good.
Yeah.
About the game, we just trolling between. We have some trolling, like joking about, he talk about my name. I'm like, because of Habib here. I said, it's not like that. It's not my mistake if I burn in good family, you know. If you don't have Habib Nurmagomedov, it's not my business.
He can't win the fights for you. Khabib can't win the fights for you.
Right.
Yeah.
He helped for me. He always with me. But in the cage, it was me today, right? Anybody see how Habib fight today? No.
He did nothing.
It was me, right? And I think he's a nice guy. But we have to, if he will win, we will fight. You know?
So in a perfect world, in a perfect world, you don't have a preference? I know it's about you, but one of those two men, Piotr or Merab, no preference.
Вообще тебе вообще безразлично кто, если так как ты
I
хотел
want
бы.
revanche, you know. With Merab, I want to finish. I want to hurt him. I really want to hurt him. I don't want to take him down. I want to like punch his face all 5 rounds, you know. And it's gonna be good title and revanche in the same match, you know. We'll see, but like how it's gonna be doesn't matter.
If you do get to fight Merab next, what are the key things that you need to change from the first fight? What do you need to do differently next time?
I think I need be more relaxed.
Yeah, I get it.
I was in last fight. I was too sensitive and I was too want to kill him. You know, like too emotional. Next time I will be very light, work counter attack. You know, weight is wrestling. I will work a lot with wrestling defense. Sometimes I will attack him in wrestling, and I will be ready with him to fight all night.
So you're saying you were too emotional the first time against
It was
Merab?
because of I fought for the title,
Yeah,
not because of I fought with Merab.
sure.
It was for me, you know, I already there, like too close to take this belt to become through my dream. Right? That's why, not because of him, you know. And even today, when I went inside the cage, I feel, no, I understand this game, you know. Before I was like little nervous, but today I think after title fight, I feel very confident, like in home, like, you know, like in the gym. I was not nervous. I was ready in any position. I know I can do everything, you know. How I was told I have a lot of space to grow up, a lot. Like, how is in Russia it's calling, как это было? Как это говорится? Я тебе сейчас напомню, Ризу. Типа, знаешь, смысл какой?
Come on, Sergey.
I
This is
forget.
your moment.
Even like,
This
I
is
will-
the time for
I
the
will-
translator to shine.
I will post in Twitter. I will remind
Okay.
this.
You'll do your talking on
Yes.
social
I will
media
post.
like a true
Я
young
забыл
man,
вообще.
like a
Мысль
true
есть, понял?
millennial.
Это поговорку не могу вспомнить.
There's a saying that I have
Yeah.
it. It's in my mind,
I
but I
know.
can't say it. I
Well,
don't remember.
that's perfect for the podcast because that's everybody's going to go to your Twitter now to see what you're going to have to say after the podcast, Umar. But you're going to
Интригу
feel
оставил, да?
Just left a little intrigue for you guys.
there.
Yes.
You go. I like it. So the sense I get is you're going to feel much more comfortable in your next title fight.
Yes, I will. 100%.
I
I'm
get it
hungry.
because it's such a big moment. You
Yes.
know,
I'm hungry. I will work it. I don't have any other option to do it. Just dream, just sleep, eat, and train.
how much pressure did you feel coming into this one, given the fact that you lost your undefeated record to Merab? How much pressure was there in the training camp, and how much did you feel tonight walking into this fight?
Mike, I was not thinking about anything tonight. Nothing, no pressure, anything. I don't think about my lost. I don't think about title. Today it was, I just have to go inside and win this fight. And you know, I have to do it. Like
Definitively.
I beginning this, like, you know, when I was 6, 7 years. You know, today I'm 29. I already 22 years in game.
Yep.
You know, when I was young, I go to train, and when I did very good, I went home very happy. I think, yes, today was very wonderful day. I did very good job today, you know, and I grew up like that. I don't wanna, я не хочу, чтобы это было напрасно.
I don't want it to be for nothing. All of that work for
Of
nothing.
course.
I have to take this belt.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it. I enjoy tonight. I really enjoy. I see everything, and I see how he play. I was much faster than him. Much. I see everything. You know, and I can be better. I know it. I can be better.
It was a very good performance, though. Mario Batista was on, I think it was an 8-fight win
Yes.
streak. Were you surprised at his ability to get back to the feet?
No, everybody do it. I was a little surprised he didn't give me choke. In the gym I do it with everyone. Maybe because of gloves I can't, because very hard. Without gloves, you know, it's going inside very easy. But his defense was good, and you know, sometimes your opponent show you where you have to work more. Today he showed it to me. I have to work a lot with submissions. Yes, condition, and with finishes, with submissions.
Well, there's very little doubt that there's going to be a 5-round fight in your near future. Congratulations on the
Thank
big
you
win,
so
Umar.
much.
And
Thank
thanks
you
for
so much.
joining us, my friend.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
Yeah,
so
impressive
much.
stuff, man. Be happy with your performance.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
tremendous.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
And this is how you know Umar Nurmagomedov is a perfectionist, because remember, he was sitting here, he was trying to come up with that phrase. The man's been on Twitter already, and because he remembered it, he said, "There is no limits to perfection, Bisping." I remembered.
I remembered.
There
It
is no
was-
limits to perfection.
He was so frustrated trying to think of it. He was
He
like,
was.
I wish I could have read minds there.
I do feel like we're seeing him mature before our eyes, right? 29 years old. He's getting better, and he has that championship fight experience now. So when he does get that again, it's certainly, you can speak to it, going to be a much different feel for him, at least the second time around.
Well, every single fight is different. If you go into a rematch thinking it's going to be the exact same scenario, the same set of circumstances, the same opponent, that is so wrong, because you've been in there, you've tested one another, you know what they feel like, you know the strengths and the weaknesses, you know what they feel like when you lock up and you're like, am I strong enough to compete with this guy? Can you take their punches? You've taken punches, you've taken head kicks. You're like, hold on a minute, this guy doesn't hit as hard. The anxiety isn't as bad in the rematch. Or maybe if it's the other way around, maybe it's worse. Maybe you're like, whoa, he hits way harder than what I thought.
What
so you
happened?
know so much more about your opponent. So that's why rematches are always so interesting. And again, why they are never the same fight.
It's hot, it's humid, especially here in Abu Dhabi, and it sure would stink if we weren't wearing Mando. But Bisping, good thing I have the whole body deodorant for pits, packages, and feet right here.
Oh, yeah. This goes everywhere. Dan, I just wish you used it more, because it is a little hot and sweaty, but you need to use the Mando. I recommend the Mount Fuji, because this stuff is incredible.
Can I
Yeah.
just say though, like, women's deodorant needs a renaissance era, because I actually end up just using men's deodorant. So I'm going to insert myself into this one because I've been wearing it all week,
All
and
right.
it saved me. You're welcome. All
Good,
of you,
good.
actually.
We need our Mando. It doesn't just mask odor, it prevents it. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers as a special offer for our audience. New customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use the code ABOUTLASTFIGHT at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. That's shopmando.com, and tell them we sent you. Well, speaking of rematches, Alexander Volkov could potentially have a rematch down the road. He's going to have to wait, because he's probably as disappointed as anybody, right, with the result of the main event, because he's hoping that he is going to fight the winner, but he's going to have to wait for that fight to actually finish and come to fruition. But he had a really interesting fight against Jailton Almeida, because he practiced so hard defending takedowns in his camp, and he really didn't do a great job of defending the takedowns tonight, but he did more damage when he was on his back. He did enough to get the win and potentially earn a title shot down the road.
I want to just point out, I was laughing when we were talking about what's next for Volkov, because you'll see in a moment that he's really funny. Like, we need to do more English interviews with Volkov. He was actually hoping for a double retirement. Sorry, I'm going to spoil it for us so that he could just move past it.
He might have one after tonight's fiasco. Both guys might just walk away, dunk the tails between the legs. Cyril Gahn was non-committal. He's like, oh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You never know.
We certainly hope that's not the case.
That's a joke. By the way,
of course, we hope that's not the case.
No, but these trolls online, they're like, Bisping's hoping for a double retirement. It's a joke. It's called sarcasm, okay?
If you disagree, argue in the comments, please. Thank you.
In the
chat and the comments, both of them. But with this, I think that, like, you know, just coming off of a really tough split decision prior to this fight, like, he learned and evolved and found the silver lining, I guess, in a really difficult situation for him with his fight with Cyril Gahn back in December. Many people thought, Dana included, that Volkov won that fight. So to come back and to be in another really close fight, knowing that, like, literally every single strike will make a difference, and then being able to come out on top, I mean, it's got to feel good.
We talked about the nerves with him a little bit, and as you'll see, he does come out of the gates joking. It's hard to tell with his demeanor, but here's Alexander Volkov. So another split decision. This time you're on the right side of it. What was going through your head while you were waiting to hear?
Yeah, I for sure was performance of the night. Like I 100% believe I'm waiting for bonus for this fight, like for both of us. You know, like good fight. He tried to dry it. He tried to not like get some damage. He like mostly try to don't lose this fight, but not to win. I'm want to win more. Yeah, it was hard to defend his takedown. It's kind of, you know, I can't say weird, but it's good. He, you know, sleep to the leg like very hard, like and hold the legs hard. Like I did in the camp a lot of takedown defense, and I did it much better, but I forget my takedown defense outside the octagon. I hope, like, I don't know what's happened. It was hard, but ground game I hopefully took with me. So I defend good. I was more active on the bottom, and that's why I win the fight.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you defended takedowns well, you got back to your feet well, and you landed a lot of strikes when you were on your back. Is that something you worked on in training camp? Because you know he's going to wrestle. Did you work on using elbows and punches from your back?
Yeah, it will be funny if I not work on it.
yeah, you know you're going to get taken down with this guy, right?
Yeah, of course I work on everything. We do takedown defense every practice, and you know that, like, you know, it's it's a everyday routine. You just do every day the same things, like takedown defense, jiu-jitsu, like some ground, like, and takedown position, exactly what opponent do. And I also have like really good sparring partners for my ground game, for takedown. I have here in Abu Dhabi 9-time world champion from jiu-jitsu from Russia, like 10-0 in MMA guy, like very strong and good in grappling. And on practice, my takedown defense was much better. I'm a little bit upset I can't show it in the fight. But yeah, I try to be honest.
It's a fight.
Yeah,
that's
but
how
it's
it goes.
A fight. Sounds, you know, I just shoot like to next time, like I have a soul, just come to a moment and just pull a guard, you know, just don't give a takedown, just go on my back and pull the guard.
Just give it to him.
Yeah, just give it, because it was every time like, fuck again. Like really, I was so surprised, but it is what it is, like, and maybe in like some alternative universe, I have a good takedown defense, but not in this. So yeah, but anyway, also I read the rules during the this fight week. I found like book with the rules, and I noticed that you know, ground, like control on the top don't give you so much points, and if you just stay active on the bottom, so I just use it, like, you know,
it's just a change of position, the takedowns now.
Yeah, like, yeah, anyway, with no joke, I try to be active. I try to like sweep him, to punch him, like give him more damage, like for sure I deserve this win.
There's some light reading during fight week, just reading the UFC rulebook and like the officiating rulebook. Where did you find it?
Like
Just online?
Yeah, it's so many small nuances, and every time it's changed. Every time something new, like with how points count. Yeah, last time I lose, kind of because of this, because maybe I didn't figure out something. But that's why this time I should like to look everything like more better. So I did it and used.
Volkov, I was very disappointed in you. I'm sorry to say, because I was waiting for the moment where your coach pulls out the comb and starts brushing your hair in between rounds. I loved that when you fought Pavlovich.
Oh yeah, I know.
Where's the style coach?
The cornrows.
Yeah, I did like another thing. I like honestly, like I was in period when I grow up my hair, and like it comes to my face, it was like too short to do crowns, and it was hard to do something with it, but it was kind of improvisation, like honestly. So like in the morning before the fight, I just did shower and just the comb I will take it with me and just before we're going like to the arena, just before it I give it to coach and say him and you know what to do, like and between the rounds I just take like fix it. So it was like full improvisation. So yeah, but yeah, it was nice, but now I have like different style with my long hair.
Well, let me ask you this, because we're taping this before the main event happens. So this is going to drop after the main event has concluded. Do you have a preference? You fought both guys, of who you would like to face again?
I hope both of them will retire. I will have somebody easier to fight.
You hope both of them retire?
Yeah, like
a double retirement.
Yeah, no, kind of both of them is a pain in the ass. So kind of like hard to fight with like really hard style. And Gunn as well. He like last fight I feel I won, but it was hard fight, and he really good to stand up. Tomas Pinal for sure have a lot of things to put in Octagon. He's a really smart guy. Like as a fighter, like it will be. I don't know what to do. What I will do with them, like. But I will try to do something. Maybe find some holes in the rule again, and we'll use it. So.
This is our Health is Power segment presented by our new partner, Game Day Men's Health.
When you look good and you feel good, you probably fight good, right?
Yeah.
But aside from like the new style that we're seeing you debut, what else did you do throughout this camp and this fight week that really helped you like optimize your health and feel your best in there?
I did all the right things. Like honestly, the camp was like really hard, really good. Like I don't know what we can do better to do in the camp. It was some like weird things happen in the camp that little bit put me off mentally, but it's like organization things and kind of nothing specific, but you think about it, but nothing like specific. What can I say is go wrong or like something was worse? I was like in good mentality situation. Like I feel good, like shape was good. I just want to give credits to my opponent. He just have a good takedowns. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what Game Day Men's Health is all about, helping men feel, think, and perform at their best. From testosterone to recovery to long-term vitality, they make personalized care simple. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com to learn more. We're going to let you go. Congratulations on the win.
Much. I appreciate it.
It was an impressive performance tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Congrats.
Thanks.
All right.
Volkov certainly doing everything that he possibly could to make sure he was prepared for this one. Michael, have you ever like read the rule book of the UFC during a fight week because you were like, let me see what else I can uncover?
I don't know if you know this, Mackenzie, but I wrote the rule.
Oh, did you? Did
This
you
is the house
really?
that I built when I retired. I had the most fights in the UFC, the most wins in the UFC, the most significant strikes, the most times getting knocked down in a fight and getting back up to win it. However, no, I haven't. I've never read.
You've
the
never
rule
read
book.
the rule book?
You don't need to. You just go out there and fight your ass off. That's all you got to do. The referees ref the fight. I just focus on crushing my opponents.
Well, that's what you do. And you've probably also read 6, 7 books. You know,
Yeah,
in
I've
your
read
time,
a
you know
few
what I mean?
books in my time, maybe 6 or 7
Yeah.
throughout
Literally
my entire life.
6
you
or
know.
7,
We got
probably.
6 or
No
7.
more than that. that though.
But Volkov is 6'7", and he was taken down to the ground, so height was not a factor. But he did a really good job of fighting off his back, and I think Jailton Almeida, he's got to learn from this because he kind of threw that fight away in many ways by not being active enough, by not taking chances, by not trying to do any damage when he had him on the ground. When you take someone down, it's just a change of position. You're not trying to hold someone down. Okay, it's not a wrestling match. It's a fight. Volkov was off his back. He was landing shots. He got back to his feet a few times. It's a very, very close fight. Could have gone either way, even though it was a unanimous decision. It could have gone either way. Jailton Almeida, he's going to look at that and he's going to kick himself.
Yeah, split decision, actually.
Oh, sorry, pardon me.
It was a split decision. No decision for Azamat Murzakanov. He looked great, and it's not often that you see a jab put somebody down. Man, he looked good in the first round, about halfway through, took care of business. Way shorter reach as well.
Rakic was looking really good. He was looking sharp. He was looking fast. He looked like Alexander Rakic. He's always in the fight. I really feel for this guy. He's got tremendous talent. He really does. But tonight, overcommitted a little bit, stepped in. Murzakanov stepped in by himself as well with his own shot. Boom, landed a beautiful jab. Caught him coming in, dropped him. Couple more shots to seal the deal. Just a beautiful performance.
16-0, 6-0 in the UFC. I mean, in this division, I feel like it's pretty hard to stay unbeaten. And that was his 10th first-round finish. So it's almost like, I mean, who or what is required to actually beat Azamat at this point?
Well, he made a good point about getting a main event part of me, Dan. You know, he wants to do 5 rounds or be scheduled for a 5-round fight. And I think he's right there. I mean, the fact that he's now 16-0, 10 first-round finishes, just stopped Alexander Rakic. The only people to beat him beforehand are champions. Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz, Yuri Prohaska, all former champions. So that's, and he did it in the first round as well and dropped him with a jab. You know, so the sky is the
limit.
The limit.
The sky's the limit, guys.
There we go. Good work.
There's no limit on perfection either.
There is no limit on perfection. That's what Umar Nurmagomedov
Well, and
says.
Uncle Ive actually said when he was champion, when he was asking about potential title challengers down the road, he brought up Azamat. He said, like, this guy is on a rocket ship right now and could be fighting for a title very soon. And he wants to be fighting somebody in the top 5. Here's the interview. Azamat now 16-0 as a professional for the professional. You're making it look easy. I don't think in your wildest dreams maybe you thought it would end this quickly today. What a performance by you. Did anything surprise you there in the first round?
Спасибо, конечно. Да, я планировал закончить финишем, но я уверен был в себе, поэтому в любом случае я бы не отдал бы этот бой.
You know, I was confident in myself. I was sure that I would, no matter what, I would win this fight. Even if whatever it takes, I would win this fight. Finish or decision, I would not give this fight.
Put the phone on silent, brother. Come on, what's going on?
People from China calling.
I know.
He didn't know he was stepping in as a translator.
He's doing us a favor.
Just the button on the side.
I don't want to steal Michael's question, but just talking about
ahead.
like the utilizing the jab when there was such a significant reach disadvantage for you. I mean, Alexander had like a 6.5-inch reach advantage. And so just like, how do you prepare for someone like that? And then how do you execute so well?
Все свои оппоненты у меня большие, рослые, поэтому я привык уже с такими работать. Но начал только ногами бить. Я вот почувствовал, что могу его встретить именно передним. И вот все по плану было.
You know, to be honest with you, I'm used to working with the tall guys. I'm kind of like a short in my division. So for me, it's no problem to work with the taller fighters. And we drilled a lot, checking a kick and step in at the same time with the counter. So kind of, I was prepared for it.
Azamat, we're going to speak English because you can speak English a little bit, right?
Yes.
Yes. See, come on.
50-50.
50-50. So I'll speak nice and slow in English. Beautiful job. 16-0. Unbelievable. Congratulations. Who do you want next? Because, well, it's not going to happen that easy.
No, нет имени. Пояс, зовут пояс.
I'm not naming names. I just need the belt.
You got to give a name. Uzdemir? Khalil?
You just took out number 7.
Надо
So you
кого-то
could be
назвать.
ranked 7.
Какое-то имя назвать по-любому.
Любой из пятерки, ну, я бы хотел действительно драться в главном бою вечера в первую очередь. Кто максимально приблизит меня к титулу, это из пятерки Хилл, Халил,
Yep.
тот же Блахович.
Any of them.
Без разницы.
You know, to be honest with you, I want to be a little bit realistic. I understand
5
that
rounds.
there's a system, but honestly, I would like to have a main event fight
Yeah.
against any top 5 guys, preferably Hill, Khalil, Blachowicz.
5 rounds. You don't really need the 5 rounds. We've seen
Main
you.
event.
We've seen you take many out in the first round. 10 first-round finishes tonight. What is it so easy for you to find these first-round finishes?
Я много тренируюсь. Я готовлюсь. Ничего, никаких секретов нету. Только подготовка, только тяжелый труд, тактика, команда.
I work hard, very hard. I'm very disciplined with my regiment. I have a schedule, morning, evening. There's no secrets here, just the hard work. I have a good team. I have, that's it. Pretty much that's what it is.
Дайте 5-раундовый бой, я буду в 2 раза больше тренироваться.
Give me 5-round fight main event, I will be even better, double of that, what I am right now.
With all the finishes, with your record being undefeated, I think 100% you deserve a 5-round main event next, and it wouldn't surprise me if that happens. The jab, I mean, it's not every day we see somebody winning fights and dropping people with jabs. Is that something you worked on in training camp, something you drilled, or you just saw the opportunity and took it?
Пускай еще недооценивают меня все свои
Let them
оппоненты,
underestimate me still.
соперники, фанаты, пускай недооценивают. Я иду
Fans,
туда.
opponents, everybody, let them underestimate me. This is they're gonna get.
We'll let you get away with this, but I want to remind you, when you won on Dana White's Contender Series, Dana said he thought you could be a savage if you moved down to 185. And you are an absolute savage at light heavyweight right now. And you're making your move. Congratulations. Thank you for
And
coming
hey,
on.
if people are underestimating you, it's got to feel good when you're going out there and proving them wrong every single time. Congrats, brother.
Thank you.
The pro is 16-0. Congratulations.
And now he's got to go.
And now he's got to go.
Hell of a show.
DJ Mikey B, let's go. Azamat's knockout took a lifetime of training and a microsecond to execute, and that's why Topps Knockout UFC cards are so special. Each pack of Topps Knockout UFC cards gives collectors a chance to pull on-card autographs, fight mat relics, and booklets from your favorite UFC fighters, including legends and champions and rising stars. Topps Knockout UFC. Grab yours at topps.com and sign up for notifications so you don't miss any new products. I think the only thing we missed tonight is a full fight in the main event. Everything else was spectacular, and hopefully we find out that Tom Aspinall is going to be good. His eye's going to be good to go, hopefully, and that we can see that fight again in the very near future.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Obviously, we don't know the status right now. I'm assuming or hoping probably that he's going to be fine. Maybe he's got a scratch on his cornea. Maybe it's something worse. I really sincerely hope not. But it was shaping up to be a great fight. I want to see that one run back. Congrats to Mackenzie Dern. I mean, absolutely phenomenal, the journey she's been on, and to pull it off. Murzakanov with a first-round knockout. As you say, a great night of action.
Yeah, and I actually want to touch on, we don't really talk about the prelims too much, but all of the bonuses tonight were awarded to prelims fights. So we had Ludovic Klein and Mateusz Rąbecki.
Great fight.
Earning fight of the night, exactly. And then Walter Walker, you can't not give him performance of the night. 4 heel hooks in a row.
4 heel hooks in a row. I mean, the man's walking around with
a foot on his neck.
A heel on his chest, you know.
You were disgusted by that.
I didn't like it.
It was a little
everything
gory.
about Walter Walker's a bit weird and a bit silly and a bit cringe. Love you, brother. Congrats on the win.
And of course, Quillen Salkeld with that
head
outrageous
kick knockout.
head
Chin
kick
on
knockout.
chin.
I mean, absolutely unreal. And what a perfect way to tee up a main card for a pay-per-view. One of our last. We've only got a couple left, guys.
2 more, right? We have
Yep.
2 more left
2 more
this
in
year.
the US.
New
Some
York
other
City
places. Sorry about it.
and then Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and then it is on to the new Paramount deal. And man, what a night! I know it was kind of a sour ending. You saw the fans pouring out right away, but a lot of good things to look forward to in the future, Michael Bisping.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, a rematch between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane. That absolutely has to happen. If it doesn't, there's going to be so much noise. There's going to be a lot of people talking online. I've just had a look a second ago. They're already, everyone's an expert.
Chirping.
Everyone's chirping away. Everyone's got something to say. It was a very unfortunate situation. They'll run it back, and I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Mackenzie, Michael,
yes,
thank you for joining us on
joining
About
us,
Last
Michael
Fight.
Bisping.
I might do it again if you're lucky.
Oh, really?
I'll consider it.
We
Okay.
would be so lucky.
I'll
Well, I know. I know.
How
you.
about like another 6 or 7 times?
Oh, that's the third time we worked it in. My son's going to be so proud. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great weekend if you're listening to it on the weekend. Have a great rest of your week if you're listening to it on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see you next time.